are in the KCIW radio station, Brookings, Oregon. Thank you, listeners, for all of your devotion and tuning in to the Quality Living Show. I am Amanda Whittemore. Yes, the geometric yoga teacher in town. And amongst other things, we're just going to leave it at that today and be super grateful for all of the activities that Brookings provides to us, especially this radio station. On the Quality Living Show, it is a moment for us to get to know each other, get updates, hear about all things quality, and of course with peaceful support. How else could you get quality unless you're fully supported? There are ways, and we're going to talk about all that today. On our show, at the moment, we have Alisa Green here in the studio with us from the Green team. Hey, girl.
Hello. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Super excited to be here. How about you?
Thank you so much for inviting me back. I really appreciate it.
Yes, and that's the really fun part because quality, you meet somebody one time, you get to hear some things, and then we plant those seeds in the thoughts process. But then you're like, where are they? What's evolved from there? How are things now that we've had time to think about all the thoughts and parts that we already talked about? And so how can we reincorporate that, bring it to life, color it, and harvest it?
All right. Well, I'm really excited. We've had a lot going on in 23 and 2024, and there's a lot of things coming together for our community, and I really appreciate, once again, the opportunity to share. Would you like to hear a little bit about it?
Well, the community, you ready, listeners? Here we are. Green Team's going to give us their update, and we're super excited about it. Let's hear it.
All right. Well, like I said last time, I'm sure the Green Team is a group that helps nonprofits write grants and also small business. We are here in Brookings, Oregon. However, we do grants basically throughout the United States and have the opportunity to work with a friend that used to live in Brookings who lives in Hawaii back in January. That was a lot of fun. And although that grant was not received because of the prep, when somebody calls last minute and needs a grant, not the time to call. It takes preparation to get to that point.
Which is the reason we love having you on multiple times, because those listeners that are listening right now are probably like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why it didn't work. However, they still have the idea that's, what is the word, percolating, right?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
So then now that maybe it wasn't the time then, but it could be the time now.
Absolutely. And just because you get one no doesn't mean that there's not a yes just around the corner.
Good.
Part of grant writing is finding the right match for your project and understanding your match and why they would support your project. It's really important. It's a process. Like you're saying, it's process. And so understanding who the people are, what they're trying to achieve, their mission statement, all that for mission driven grant requests. It really helps nonprofits if I can talk to the board of directors and so they understand what they're really trying to do. Grant writing is very technical. There's a lot of dates involved. There's a lot of planning involved. And one of the most important things is a good, healthy budget with your plan. Even if you have 4 line items, they have to be realistic. They have to be...
Tell us what line items are.
Oh, thank you. So on a budget, let's say there's 4 line items. Maybe you need advertising, and you're going to use somebody that we know locally. And maybe you're planning to spend $250. I'm going to give you just some numbers.
Okay.
And then maybe you're having an event and you need to rent a space, and that space is going to cost $300 to $500. So you put down that. And let's say you need some promotional materials for your presentation, and they're going to cost, let's say they're $200.
Right.
And then another line item, you might be traveling from somewhere outside of the venue, and reimbursement for mileage is 67 cents a mile. And so that would be included in your line item or your
Interesting.
budget.
Okay.
So all those pieces, that would be a really simple, basic budget, but really important to consider all those things.
Nice.
And so last year was a busy year for the Green team.
Okay. Let's hear all about it. We are super excited. Thank you, Alisa.
Yeah, so currently I'm president of the Brookings Harbor Education Foundation, and we were going after grants for
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the Brookings Harbor
Education Foundation Incorporated.
Okay.
Brookings Harbor Education Foundation, it started in 2005,
Okay.
basically with a $20 bill.
Nice.
No kidding. And so we started and we basically give grant funding for nonprofits that help educate kids and also empower teachers and kids. So we're really focused a lot on technology classes and also what's called STEAM, or science, tech, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
Genius.
STEAM. And so we've been able to give over $90,000 to our community.
Here in Brookings?
Here in Brookings.
Thank you. That is unbelievable.
Well, we're really excited.
Yeah.
We're pushing to that 100,000 mark, and I believe I think we're going to make it this year. So that's exciting. And so the board of directors, I have an awesome board of directors, and I tell you what, they do a lot of work. And one of our biggest events that we do is our golf tournament.
Oh.
And we have our 7th annual golf tournament coming up July 27th. And I have a shout out to all my team players.
Woo!
Thank you for being on our team. And it'll be at Salmon Run again. And we are led by Brandon Hodges in the golf arena, and him and Kayla Kennedy, and also Marshall Okay, Marshall, sorry about that. I always do that. Anyways, we are so glad that these 3 golfers, they pretty much lead up the golfing, and they help bring in the golfers so that we can always have a really great tournament.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And it's a fundraiser.
And so the other thing is Salmon Run is always so gracious to take care of us really well. The leadership out there is amazing. Jennifer is a really, great cook, and she even lets me come out. I have a special little piece in the golf tournament. This is my second year doing it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. You want to hear about it?
Yeah, of course we do.
There's one thing that really is refreshing after you've been out in the hot sun all day. Mm-hmm. And it's a fruit.
Oh.
And it's from Hawaii.
Oh. And it's really juicy?
Really juicy. Got to have fresh pineapple.
Of course, that is an ultimate must on a hot day.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we made an arrangement so that we can have fresh pineapple out there.
Okay, perfect.
Kind of fun.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, so usually the golf tournament brings in a lot of business people and just people that golf from all over, including California. Mm-hmm. And it's always a lot of fun. So thank you to everyone who donates and sponsors the Brookings Harbor Education Foundation Golf Tournament.
The 7th annual at Salmon Run.
7th.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm. And so this year, Brookings Harbor Ed, we received several grants. And I'm really thankful that we pulled together $14,000 for the STEAM and Tech Grant is what we've called it. We're working with Helena Shiragnon, the superintendent of Brookings Harbor School District, to help manage this. And we got a grant from Judith Ann Mogan Foundation, and then Brookings Harbor Education Foundation pitched in. The Autzen Foundation. And also then we had some local businesses, including Coos Curry Electric, Curry County Cruisers and South Coast Appliance Golf Team. They won first place in the 6th annual golf tournament and gave their winnings to this project.
Phenomenal. That is a big win-win-win for Alisa Green and the Green Team.
Well, it was a win-win-win for Brookings. And it was a win-win-win truly for the kids.
On all participants, yeah.
Really, the arts and tech really have benefited.
Good. We are super glad to be here in the KCIW station. We thank Tom, the editor, for doing all the work that he does. And we're super glad Alisa and the Green Team is here telling us about all these unbelievable activities that happens right here in our community for supporting the education and the arts of mostly the youth and all ages, because all of us get to participate in these activities.
Well, I hope so. The second nonprofit that I've been working with is the Chetco Museum.
Oh.
And I'm really excited to work with them because we worked in understanding their need and also what their plans were and how the Green Team could support them. And basically, last spring, I started helping them create some foundational things in their organization. And they wanted and need desperately a restroom.
A restroom at the museum, the Chetco.
At the museum.
Okay.
And so Patty McVeigh and I have worked together along with the board of directors and Mark Matson and his wife and the Haroons and Julie Payne, and there's Milo Mann and others that are on the board. And so we've been raising money since October for the restroom, and I have a number.
Okay.
I checked in with Patty McVeigh today, and since October, they have raised, let me double check, they have raised $14,778 of the $20,000 goal. And so Patty and I recognized only $5,222 more to hit the 20K, right?
Right.
So basically, we need 100 people to donate $52.22 for the restroom, and they'll be able to have that restroom. And they've already got plans, and they have plans on how to get it going. And so it's really an exciting project. It's been long overdue. Most people don't prefer to use porta potties, but that is what they're doing. If you want to send a donation of $52.22 in, they're at P.O. Box 2004, Brookings, Oregon, 97415.
Beautiful. And how many of our KCIW members or listeners have been to the Chetco Museum? Because I'll tell you honestly, it's on my to-do list. I've always wanted to go there. And every time I drive by, I'm in the action of doing something. So I feel like I must make especially now, I must make a special moment to go there and look at it, especially if we're going to have a bathroom. It might be my new best place to just go visit.
Yes. The Chetco Museum is open in the spring through October, and they're open Saturdays and Sundays from, I believe it's 12 to 4, and they are actually having a plant sale next Saturday.
Oh, cute.
And for Mother's Day, and then they are opening the museum that day.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So it'll be good.
Saturday and Sunday from
12 to 4.
12 to
usually.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Usually. Okay. Especially Mother's Day.
But they're going ahead and opening it up on Saturday. I don't know about Sunday, but I'm pretty sure they are doing Sunday too. You'll have to check with them directly.
Okay. Congratulations on raising the money.
Thank you. Well, it's a team effort. And I tell you, thank you to the community because they see the need and they've come forward and helped the museum the museum does a really great job of educating kids. And so that's where the Brookings Harbor Education Foundation is also working to help support their children's programs. They have every year. So we just, this time, golly, I guess it was about a month and a half ago, Brookings Harbor Education Foundation gave to the museum to help educate the kids.
And honestly, since I was a kid, that was the one most favorite memory I had with my grandparents. And whenever I go, I'll go by myself because I don't know, they're not here anymore. And so, but I still remember and I hear them, I can sense them, and they're like, you gotta go, just go to the museum. Like literally yesterday, that's all I heard was go to the museum. And we did it wasn't open, so we did a drive-through tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. You went to the Czech Museum yesterday?
Not the Czech Museum, different museum.
Okay.
But, you just get those callings every once in a while. The museums are so important.
They are. And they're a lot of fun. You get to see things that are just really amazing. And I have stories already of,
good.
Sometimes I'll go to the museum and they'll need somebody to be there to greet visitors. And I've done that a few times, and amazing stories. So if you're interested in volunteering, that would be a great place for you to consider volunteering.
Good. Yes. You guys hear that?
So the other thing that's going on, which I'm really excited about as well, is I've recently started working with the Curry Health Foundation.
Curry Health Foundation. Oh, Alissa. Yeah, great team.
And they're an amazing group. They have been around almost 30 years. And so they are currently in the process. They had opened a grant cycle on May 1st through May 24th. And that is for nonprofits that serve health-related care. And so solutions. And it does include EMS, so the fire and police.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's really nice to be working with the Curry Health Foundation because they have given over $1 million to Curry County. And let that sink in.
Huge thank you. Oh,
yes,
my.
Huge thank you.
And think of the amount of humans that has directly supported.
Right.
How peaceful.
Right. Isn't that wonderful?
I love it.
And Curry Health Foundation, they have a board that some of the board members have been there a long time and are ex-teachers and ex-emergency care people. And there's people that have worked in lumber and the hospital. We have a dietitian, and shout out to Jane and Doroff, who just retired and from being a dietitian at the hospital. And so they are working towards planning for the next 30 years. And so I'm really glad to be a part of that. And it's really exciting, and to help them do some grants also.
Absolutely. And that the Green Team does so much, and especially networking and being the support structure. I see it as a real peaceful support avenue to get these nonprofit organizations to do more. Maybe they're already active, but how do they do more for the community? Yeah, the direction.
Yeah, so a lot of times the nonprofits, once I start working with them, they really have a lot going. They may need just a little bit of direction of the ship. And so I love to be a part of that. I've been in nonprofit work for, over 30 years, and I enjoy it. I also helped be on the initial board of Tenaciously Teal out of Oklahoma City. This is a shout out to Tenaciously Teal, Tara Warren.
What is it?
Tenaciously Teal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Tenaciously Teal is a nonprofit that helps support people that are undergoing chemotherapy. And they basically, the story started when Tara Warren, the founder, she had stage 4 ovarian cancer, and which is at age 29.
Oh, yeah.
And she had been a friend since she was 21. And when she got cancer, her parents, Rick and Mary Lynn Green, he was a pastor here at the Nazarene Church, they basically packed up and moved to support their daughter in this challenge. And so during that time, Tara would walk with her IV pole, and the chemotherapy, and she'd go visit other people that were receiving chemotherapy. And she realized that there were a lot of people alone, and there were a lot of people that didn't have the support that she had.
Wow.
And she is a licensed social worker, and so she had worked over 5 years at that. And so she really had a heart for people and meeting their needs. And so she would give gift bags to the people that were receiving chemotherapy. And so she came out and talked here in Brookings over a decade ago and started talking about that process. And at that time, I made cloth bags that have gone around the world. And so I kept going, whoa, that would be really cool to have the cloth bags and have these things that, these comfort measures, tissues and hand lotion and lip chapstick, that sort of stuff.
I do. Mm-hmm.
And so, so we partnered together basically to help keep it simple, but also meet some needs. And so Tenaciously Teal helps with gas cards in Oklahoma, and also the gift bags. And they do an incredible event. It's called the Brave Shave. A lot of times people lose their hair when they undergo chemotherapy. And so what they do basically is throw a party. That person invites their family and friends, and they have a barber that volunteers. Seriously. And they celebrate because the person that goes into a Brave Shave is facing this loss of their hair bravely. And so that's really
memorable.
It's definitely memorable. And Tenaciously Teal, out of all my nonprofits that I've worked with and for, superstar.
Aww.
Truly. tenaciouslyteal.org. Look it up. Tara does come to Brookings every now and then. They have an annual event, Care Packs and Cocktails.
Care Packs and Cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
That's adorable.
Yes.
Where do they do that?
In Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Okay.
And we can get you a ticket.
Yeah, well, we could bring it here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right here in Brookings, Oregon.
Yeah, you know what?
Invite them.
I think we better get Tara on the phone. That's a great idea.
Absolutely. I would call her right now. However, let's organize that. Let's create it for a future. When we have you on the show again, we'll get an update.
Wow. Well, I know some gals that work at the chamber that would say that was a thumbs up.
I hear it. I can see it. That would be a lot of fun.
Yes. So anyways, Tenaciously Teal does, if you have a loved one or a friend or a relative that is undergoing chemotherapy, please contact them and they will send a care pack to that person. And they ask for a donation, but they would send it for free, even if you needed them to send it for free. And so, unfortunately, I've been able to have quite a few care packs sent out over the years. But fortunately, actually, because I've got stories from men that have received these care packs and their wives tell me, oh, he would not leave the house without his care bag. And that was really meaningful to me.
It's heartwarming and it's sincere and it's real,
And the kids back there, we've had parties that we get together and the kids write all these cards, hope you're feeling better, and do little artwork. It's amazing. It really is. It's truly amazing.
It makes a difference. It gives them reason to live. It fuels them with they can do it, and it gives them something different to think about.
Yeah, that they're not alone.
Right. Yeah, we're here for them.
Yeah, so you can hear the common weaving in the nonprofits that I work with. Kids are really important to serve, and kids are really important to help educate and take care of. And so, just so you know, that's what it's about.
It is. And Alisa, with the Green team here in Brookings, Oregon, all the structure and the support and the avenues that you participate with and the volunteer work that you do is seen and recognized, and we admire you and all the work that you do, and super grateful for having you here on the KCIW show and here in Brookings, Oregon. And so thank you.
Oh, gosh, Amanda, that's so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate being able to do what I do. And I'm thankful for the support that I receive from this community. They're amazing. And I'm thankful even to be here at KCIW today. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Tom back there doing the sound. I really appreciate it.
Yes, we'll keep it going. And we also want to have a moment to call in the volunteers and say, all of us who are listening out there, and maybe, these nonprofits are a little bit out of your reach. However, we always have room for activity here in town. The internet gives us access to reach all these nonprofit organizations that Alisa works with. You can also find Alisa at the Green Team here at her office at...
I don't have an office.
Okay, email?
Yes, you can email me at childwriterforever@yahoo.com. That was child writer, it's WRITER, for the number 4, ever@yahoo.com.
Perfect.
And please don't spam me.
Right. Just those who are ready to participate. And KCIW is always accepting volunteers that are willing to be in the technological world. There's all types of activities happening, especially with outreach and different productions and events that we have in town. And if we don't have anything going on, we know all the proper people and channels to get you guys to be as active and have all the peaceful support, improving the quality of living for everybody here in our town and across the globe. Thank you, KCIW. Thank you, Alisa.
Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.